Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. Do you remember what week it is at Hope for Today? Are you ready? Drum roll, please.
It is God is there week at Hope for Today.
I don't know why I do that, guys. It's just funny to me because we're just in here. It's God is there week at Hope for Today. And our whole heart's cry this week is that no matter what you are going through in your life, God is there in it with you, and he will bring you through. It's God is there week. And so, hey, go ahead and send this link to somebody who needs to know that God is there, because today the message is this: God is there when you forget to do what you were supposed to do. God is there when you forget to do what you are supposed to do. Let me kind of go to a passage and show you what I'm trying to say here. Romans chapter 12, verse 15. Paul is talking to the church and he just admonishes us, rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep. And then in verse 16, he says, live in harmony with one another. Now, this is Romans chapter 12, which is a powerful verse in the book of Romans. But he's been talking about all this doctrine. In Romans 12, he starts talking about our duty. And Romans 12:1 is famous when he says, I appeal to you by the mercies of God to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship, which is a very churchy way for Paul to say, now that Christ is in you, be unto others what Christ has been to you, and live your life sacrificially. And he echoes that in verse 15 when he says, one of our responsibilities is to rejoice with those who rejoice. That's what I kind of want to hone in on. Have you ever forgotten to rejoice with people who are rejoicing? Have you ever forgotten to encourage people who deserve encouragement? Have you ever forgotten to love people who need loving? Anybody smelling what I'm stepping in? A lot of you watching right now are leaders. You are people of authority. You are people who have influence. You're people for whom others look up to you, that you hold accountable for. But because of that responsibility, many times we show up in people's lives and in our relationships as the corrector or the director or the, discipliner or the course corrector. We have those kind of mantles of influence that God has graced us with, and by all means we should do that. But are you like me and you just forget to encourage somebody? I have these instances all the time when it's just like my job to say, hey, we need you to do this. Is that okay? Or hey, can you do? And sometimes you just forget to say, you know what? That's a soul that doesn't need discipline from me all the time. Sometimes they just need a, hey, attaboy, and atta girl, and hey, keep it up. I'm real proud of you. You know what I'm trying to say? So Paul says one of our Christian responsibilities is to rejoice with those who rejoice. And I don't want us to feel shame about that, because God is there when we forget to do this. It's just last night. My boy Camden is 8, and Camden's a sweet boy, and I love him, and precocious kid, love him. But all last year in 2nd grade, that boy got in more trouble than Dennis the Menace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going up to the school every other day, just bad reports. And now kids can't hide nothing. That's the worst thing about being a kid today. I could get in trouble for 8 weeks before my parents ever knew when I was growing up. Now, soon as my kids mess up, I get a text on my phone and a picture of what he did. You know what I'm saying? So they can't hide anything. But last year was a tough year for Cam behaviorally, getting in trouble, getting disciplined by his dad. And so me and April kind of noticed we were in the mode of just kind of saying, well, what did he do today? Pray for us, preach it, kids. You know what I'm saying? School just started, and April gets an email yesterday that says confidential behavior report. And as soon as you saw the subject line, as a parent, your heart drops, because it's like, what has he done now? You know what I'm saying? And April saying, I'm about to go and wake this boy up out of his bed because he told me he had a good day. Can you believe this? Ugh. And then she opens the email and reads it, and the teacher says, just wanted you to know, Camden had a great day, and he helped out 2 of his classmates, and he was just a servant heart, and he was there for them, and he just blessed these 2 classmates of his. And a parent needs to know when their kid shines, and he made this teacher's heart glad today. And we looked at each other and said, look at this. And then April said something I will never forget, and I knew I had to come tell y'all. She said, you know what? I was about to go wake him up to punish him. but I need to have just as much a resolve when he does well. I'm about to go wake him up to bless him. And she went and woke him up out of his slumber and says, baby boy, your teacher said you did good today, and I'm so proud of you, son. And she kisses him on the forehead. And I bet that boy has some sweet dreams, because April remembered to rejoice with those who rejoice. Don't forget that. And God's there when you do forget that. Go get him today. And that's hope for today. I'll see you next time.